today. From Soldier Field in Chicago.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 65 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Running on first down, Eckler. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Herbert now fighting through, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. On second down, Eckler. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Dean Lowry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. It's caught by his running back, Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 2nd and very short. Fields to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Fields on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing again is Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game.
3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Bears at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Montgomery, another target and catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Fields going to hold on to it. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he is unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
Being chased out left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the 1st with a very effective stiff arm. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. J.J. Watt. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert has it knocked free, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Montgomery. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On play action, Fields. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They started on the ground with Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he powers his way up past the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Dean Lowry able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Oh, he shifts past him.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
Out to his left.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. Derrick Henry, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Lamar Jackson, strong in the victory as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. Quick slant finding Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Fields on 1st down. Claypool with another catch. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down, here's an option right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Keeps himself upright. Sends it to the sideline, and Mooney makes the catch. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Once more Montgomery, and he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Strong. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Patterson's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7.
looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Herbert on first down now. They'll find Everett there, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Here's Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Here's Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for first and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And a nice gain at 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, there's everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Read option. Here's Montgomery.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Khalil Herbert was the one he was looking for.
And it's second down.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Strong. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Herbert now.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Strong.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
They'll go again with Herbert. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A handoff for Herbert.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run right on the option. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bears, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.